Shalom, Shabbos, Ruch, we'll learn Shem, Sichos Haran, and we'll read Sipurey Baal Shem, and Shem. Let's see what these Gavaldige Tzaddikim have to tell us. Okay, the story is with, this is the story of Baal Shem HaKadosh. It's about one time that the Baal Shem Tov spent Shabbos in Brod. Brod was a very famous Torah city. They have the famous Medrash of Brod, big Lamdonim, and there was like at the time there was a source, the center of resistance to the Baal Shem Tov. So one time the Baal Shem Tov was in Brod, and there were two great Rabbonim that were against him. And they already made Havdalah Moshe Shabbos, and they said to one another, let's go to see Rabbi Yisrael Baal Shem Tov, the Rabbi of the Hasidim, to see what does he do? What did he do on Moshe Shabbos after Havdalah? When they came there, the Baal Shem Tov was still sitting, Shalashudis, it was dark, was singing Zmiras, great Vekus, and these two Rabbanim were standing on the side, and they were, smiling to one another. Suddenly, the Baal Shem Tov stirs up from his fervor, from his dekus. He says, people are making fun of us. People are laughing at us. So one of the Rabbanim says, how do you know? Kvoido, you have a Ruach HaKodesh, Machshav Shebalev. Shem Tov said, I'm not a prophet, not a son of a prophet. But the thing is that when somebody loves his fellow Jew, really, and he becomes one with him, so Mimela, he knows what he thinks, what the other Jew thinks, the same way that he knows his own thoughts. So, amazing story about Hakadosh. There's a song now that has caught on like fire, and it's sung everywhere, in chasanas, in the religious, in the non-religious, everywhere. And it's a song that is based on the limudim of Rav Shalom Arush, Hashem should guard him. And the song is very tmimistic, very straightforward. And it says, because Hashem Yitbarach, Tamid ohev oti, he always loves me. V'tamid yeh li rak tov, and things will always be good for me. And he said, I'll be good. He says, v'od yoter tov, and even better. V'od yoter tov, and even better. V'od yoter tov, even better. That's the way the song goes. Od yoter tov, v'od yoter tov, v'od yoter tov. This song has raised resistance from both sides of the end of the spectrum. On one hand, you have in the kibbutz the woman who's in charge of the teachers in the schools and the kindergartens, whatever it is, said that the dance teacher has taught the children a dance from this song that is being sung on the radio, and it has uh, something of religion, and she made sure that this will not happen again. The Jewish land is a smell of religion to a song. So, on the other hand, on the other side of the spectrum, you have some rabbonim. I mean, very, very few, one or two, that came to say that the words of the song that says, "And the always will be good, and it'll be even better, even better, even better," is there is a question of apicorsis in it. What's apicorsis about it? Well, it negates, or probably negates, I mean, what the Chofetz Chaim says, that a person should never say that now is not good. So if the song says that things will always, that always will be good, can mean that now is not good. Or whatever it is, such foolish terutzim. These people don't understand what Chofetz Chaim has said, and they don't understand what the song is saying. But that's not the reason behind the resistance to the song. The real reason for the resistance to the song is because the singer that sings is somebody with a hoodie, and he's singing the song, and he's happy. Hashem יתברך תמיד אוהב אותי, ותמיד יהיה לי טוב, ועוד יותר טוב, ועוד יותר טוב, ועוד יותר טוב. And it eats them up from within. How can someone with a hoodie overtake me on the queue to Hashem's Baruch? I was spending years learning Torah, doing this, and somebody who just came in suddenly is close to Kadosh Baruch Hu and is rejoicing his closeness to Kadosh Baruch Hu. They're studying this song as if the song is a shir. The song is not a shir. The song is not a lecture. What a song does is it brings out a certain inner point to the surface, and a person can identify with it, recognize it, identify with it. This song caught all over because it brought out the simple emunah and simple bitochon the Jews have in a Kadosh Baruch Hu, no matter who they are and where they are. Kadosh Baruch Hu always loved me. Remember, years ago, we used to sing in Uman, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Anachnu Avim Otcha. Kadosh Baruch Hu, we love you. We said it again and again, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Anachnu Avim Otcha. Again and again and again. Now, the song goes back. Hashem Baruch Tamid Ohev Oti. Tetzalav Kadosh Baruch Hu to me. And then also, the whole kind of saying is, you should say like, I choose you. brings about that simple, straightforward love that a Jew has to Kadosh Baruch Hu, and Kadosh Baruch Hu has to Jews. And this story of Baal Shem Tov brings out this particular reality that, ahava, love, is the same numerical value, gematria, of echad, of one. When two people love each other, they are one thing. When Am Yisrael love each other, they are one thing. When Am Yisrael love HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we're all one thing. And then we all have one heart. And obviously, then we are invincible. Thing is that, we don't know what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing. We don't understand what he's doing. But there are nearly miraculous things that are happening in front of our eyes. It started with this horrendous, evil attack by the Palestinian Nazis in the South. And, the Hezbollah from Lebanon, it's figured out that they're going to win over with Iran, they're going to destroy Israel, were dispatched, within weeks. In Syria, which is the way to bring weapons to the Hezbollah, within 10 days it fell off. Iran suddenly is on the back heels. And it's just the beginning. That's a shame. And all it takes is Shem Yitbarach, Tamid Ohev Oti, V'tamid Yeh Li Tov. Tamid Yeh Li Tov, because everything that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu does is good. A person should know that. A person should always beg the HaKadosh Baruch Hu to make a chesed with me, with you, in a way that we see that it's chesed. But we can take it. Some people can take this much. Some people can take that much. Some people can take anything. Some people can take everything. Every person has his own, threshold, limits, whatever it is. HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows each and every one of us. But the thing is that Hashem Yitbarach tamid ohev oti, v'tamid yeh li tov. Anybody that goes along the way and is yearning for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, at a certain point in time, can look backwards and says, everything that ever happened to me was always good. I liked it, didn't like it, hurt me, didn't hurt me. I had others. But everything was good, everything was essential. Tamid, tamid, tamid. Always, always, always. Let's take a quick look at Sichos Haran for this week and see what Rabbeinu has to tell us. Just 1 second. Here we go. Holding Sichos Haran number 260. Reis Samach. One time, Pamachas Diber Imi, Rabbeinu spoke to me. He waxed poetically. במהלך ההשתוקקות והכיסופים והגגרוגים לדבר של הקדושה. The tremendous value of the yearning and longing and missing the things שבקדושה, אף שאין הזוכה לעשותם, even if a person does not manage to do them. A person wants to wake up tzois, or wake up vasikin, learn Torah, Kabbalah, like his brother does it, and he can't do it. Even if a person is not zoche to do them, even so, Haishtokikus v'agagaugim and the yearning and the longing by themselves are excellent, very, very good. As we said in our words many, many times. And Rabbeinu brought a proof of that from a din in Shulchan Aruch. If somebody is in a place that is unclean and he cannot read Kriyat Shema, because you're not allowed to read Kriyat Shema in a place that is filthy, Yahar b'liboy, let him think in his heart. So it says, what is he supposed to think in his heart? I mean, you're not allowed to think Machshavas Kedusha in a filthy place either. And they said over there that the meaning is that he will think in his heart that he has to read Kriyat Shema, and he can't. And you would feel sorry for that, and he gets hard for this. So it is found that the craving and the longing that a person is suffers, has to go through, to do a mitzvah, even if you cannot do the mitzvah, it's extremely precious, and you get reward for them. Atkan, Sichos Haran 260. This is what this song is about. It's a Yiddishkeit that transcends everything that we understood. And it was something that was always, always, always prevalent. It always exists. There's nothing new. Shulchan Aruch says that. Anybody who's anything, whoever reached anything, reached it by longing for it. Anybody that wanted to reach any kind of level of Torah, of Kedusha, of Tahara, reached it by longing for it and failing countless times and begging HaKadosh Baruch Hu for that and going through countless times, countless frustrations. Why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? And I wish I could do it. And a person feels many, many times that, and that's the most insidious danger of this particular train of thought. And that's what the Yetzer Hara wanted to say. Listen, you're just kidding yourself. A, you'll never get it. B, it's not for you. C, who the heck do you think you are? D, come on, man, just, do things that belong to somebody of your lower stature. Don't look. This is the insidious, the diburim of Tamid Yalitov, because it's the relationship that we're with Kodesh Baruch Hu is one of complete and total love. Kodesh Baruch Hu knows you, and he knows me. He knows what's in your heart. He knows that sometimes thoughts come into your heart that should not be there. And you catch yourself, maybe after a minute or two, or 10, 50, 30 minutes, an hour, I don't know. He says, whoa, what am I doing? He says, I cannot think these thoughts. And you stop. And you say to yourself, am I? What am I worth already? This is like, it's ridiculous. I'm worthless. Not true. Rabbeinu says, you have these thoughts, your job is to stop whenever it is that you can, either before thinking them, during thinking them, after thinking, whatever, just stop when you realize, no, that's not something I need to have in my mind or something I need to do or whatever it is, and stop there. And even if you can't, in your heart, the fact that you wish that you weren't doing these things, that you want to do good, you want to come close to Kodesh Baruch Hu, you can't even bring yourself to ask a Kodesh Baruch Hu to bring you closer. Still, those longing, those cravings are extremely precious. Zohar Kodesh says there's not one good volition that ever gets lost. I mean, we know that a bad thought is a bad thing. How much more so that a good thought is a good thing? Ah, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. How fortunate we are that Kodesh Baruch Hu created us to do His will, gave us a Torah, gave us tzaddikim that open up our eyes and bring us to Kodesh Baruch Hu. All around us, there are storms, and the goyim are seething. They're seething. As far as they're concerned, we're not entitled to live. We're not entitled to live in democracy. We're not entitled to our land. We're not entitled to anything. We're not entitled to exist. It burns them up. The reason why it burns them up is because we represent HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We represent goodness. Even if we are not able to actually practice this goodness, why do you think that you have, violations of human rights all over the world? I mean, people are killed, people are slaughtered, people are buried alive, squashed, whatever you want to call it. Nobody speaks about it. United Nations does not mention it. But in Israel, this is ethnic cleansing. This is this. Why? Because we represent the ultimate good. And they say, how can you? You represent ultimate good. How can you do? You're bad. You're bad. You're also bad. Yeah, but you are supposed to be good. Because you represent good, and that's why we hate you. We hate you because you tell us how, when we look at you, we realize how ugly we are, how bad we are. Our movies show destruction of galaxies, of murders, of mutilation, of every imagined filth in the world. When they look at us, they realize it. Even if the ones of us that they look at are not even Shomer Torah mitzvahs, doesn't matter. You represent good. And when we look at you, we realize that we are bad and we can't stand it. We have to wipe you off. Because how can you agree to your existence when you realize it? As Elvis once said, you're nothing but a hound dog, barking all the time. Okay. This will be our Motzei Shabbos, 30 minutes of Kedusha, Spirit Tzaddikim, Sichos Haran, Shelbach should help us with that Hashem. There to see more moifsim, more nisim, more miracles, more chasodim, Klal Yisrael, wherever they are, whoever they are. And Yeshua's, Bezat Hashem, we'll see Bezat Hashem with the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu, Bezat Hashem, and the rebuilding of Beis HaMikdash, Bezat Hashem. Soon, Bezat Hashem, soon, and nowadays. Big things are happening, and we don't know what they are, but we are here, and we are waiting. And Hashem Yitbarach תמיד אוהב אותי, ותמיד יהיה לי רק טוב, ועוד יותר 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 טוב. Have a great week, Bezat Hashem.